Elizabeth B. here with eXp Realty, and today we're talking with Desiree East. She's an artist, teacher, and life coach. Hi, Desiree.
Hi, Lisa.
How are you today?
I'm good. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for allowing us to come into your home today.
Of course.
I wanted to just ask you about what you do and share with everyone, you know, how awesome you are and what. I think your art is amazing, and just so, what do you do? What is it about? Just describe the work that you do.
Well, I am a creativity coach and a life coach. So what that means is I help people get back into the creativity, to get back into that creative side of them that's so often ignored in our day-to-day lives.
Yes, it's very easy.
And just bring that spark back that we also crave, but we don't know how to bring it back.
Right.
Not most of it, not a lot of us, but some, most of us.
Right, for sure. No, it's easy to get wrapped up in life and work and daily activities and forget that aspect of yourself. And I think you get kind of sad if you don't.
Oh yeah, I feel it. I know I do. I mean, art making and creativity is a big part of my life, and I get that when you say I feel sad, like there's something missing.
Yeah.
And I think when I bring people to the canvas, I see that there's that joy that's sparked when they create something, and it's a really nice
fun
feeling. Yeah,
it is a good feeling. What has been your most positive coaching experience?
My most positive coaching experience, well, I think there have been many, but one that comes to mind is somebody that I worked with who was an actress, and she was kind of looking for that creativity to help her with the work that she was doing on set.
Right,
so that, I think, just in general, working with creative professionals in that way, and she's just one example, working with people who are in the creative industry, whether they're artists or designers or actors. I've worked with filmmakers and even a scientist.
Wow.
And so my greatest joy, I mean, there's no one specific moment, but I think just bringing that creative, I keep saying creative joy, but that's really what it is, that creative goodness back into their lives so that they can get back into doing what they do the best way. Does that make sense?
Does it help them to connect things? Like,
it does.
Like, what does it help them to do?
Well, beyond the canvas, I believe that creating that space for them to practice creativity helps them release blocks. So they could be creative blocks, which are also tied to emotional blocks. And so when one feels blocked, they might feel sad, or they might feel stuck, or they might feel like they're not inspired. And so that brings up a lot of different emotions of feeling stuckness. And I think that doing a creative activity like painting or even writing or dancing, anything that's creative, brings them back into the present moment so that they can be in that moment where they spark that inspiration. Nice. Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally does. Yeah. What qualities do you have that an excellent teacher or coach needs?
For me, well, I've been told that I'm very patient and kind, sympathetic, empathetic, and patience. Patience is a really big one, and a good listener. I think to be a coach or teacher, it's important to hold that space and allow that person to be heard and have a safe space to express themselves in many ways, not just beautiful ways, but even the darker ways.
Yeah, for sure.
Holding that safe space for them to do that. So,
that's so wonderful. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
What is the best part for you being a coach? What do you get out of it?
Well, the most rewarding thing for me is, it actually goes back because I used to teach art and environmental studies. But yeah, I've been a natural teacher for many years, and I think the biggest reward for me is seeing someone else find that part of themselves that they either forgot about, or that just sparking that part of themselves that they can be proud of, or that they don't see, and I'm mirroring it back to them. Just allowing them to have those big ahas, either at the canvas or whether they're writing or whatever it is while I'm coaching them. Just knowing that they have so much great potential and that they can see that themselves. Not only can I see it, but that they realize it as well.
Yeah, they unlock it.
They unlock it and they see it for themselves.
Very cool. What stereotypes about being a teacher have you, that you think are out there that you might want to?
Well, one of the biggest ones that I hear often, and I've heard often throughout my life and career as an educator and as a coach, but as a teacher, is that if you can't do it, teach it. I might be hacking that a little bit, but it's something along that line.
Teachers do that. What can't they do? They teach because they can't do it themselves.
Exactly, and that's always bugged me, because I think that teachers, and I've known many teachers throughout my life, they teach because they have this passion in their heart to help others become the greatest version of themselves. That's what they do. That's what they love. And for instance, let's take me for example. I'm an artist, and I've been a professional designer by trade, and I loved it. But I love to teach it because it's something that I love and hold so dear to my heart that it'd be selfish for me not to share that with everyone else. Right. You know, it's just something that I'm very passionate about. And if more people do it, maybe the world would be a better place.
Right? Right?
Yeah.
And it's a way for you to share what you've got out too. You can like plant seeds in other people and watch them grow.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, that always bugged me. I don't know why. And it's like, no, it's not because we can't do it. It's because we love to share it. There just has to be a reframe around that.
Yeah, I love that. Why did you decide to become a teacher?
Well, it's something, as I mentioned earlier, that I've always had ingrained in me, I think, since I was a young age. Whenever I played, I always played teacher. I was always the teacher. And I don't know, I think it's just something that I've always loved. And I think
just came naturally.
It just came naturally. Yeah, it's just something that I love to do. I love to be a leader and and teaching people things and finding that joy and doing that.
Nice. How do you encourage and motivate your students or your clients?
Well, when I did teach art, and I still do teach art as a coach, one way to motivate people is to. One of the simplest things I do, I know it's funny, is I invite people to doodle, because anybody can doodle. It's such an easy thing that anyone can do, and it's all about clicking into your right brain hemisphere. So, for example, I mentioned earlier how we're so stuck in the to-do lists and the deadlines. That's all left brain, logical, analytical thinking, all the planning that we do every day. So when you doodle, I encourage people to doodle for maybe 10 to 15 minutes a day, or if they're feeling stuck. And as soon as you start doing that, you'll find that your body and all of your worries just kind of melt away, because it brings you into the present moment. So it's just a fabulous way of, let's say, meditating for people that don't like to meditate.
Or don't know how to.
Yeah. But we've all doodled our whole lives, right? I mean, it's just a perfect way. Yeah, it's a perfect way to get into that present moment awareness. And even, like, say you do it, but you're probably not even aware that that's happening.
Right.
But, I mean, is not relaxing?
Yes,
it's relaxing, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
So that's one way to spark inspiration, an easy way. Or another thing is I encourage people to listen to their favorite music. I know that you're a musician, so that's one easy way. If you're feeling stuck or out of sorts, just turn on the tunes, have a little dance party. Easy.
We need to do that more.
Easy. And even if you're not an artist, if you're not a musician or a painter, if you like to be in the kitchen, I know many people like to cook. That's an easy way to spark creativity. Just make a quick 10-minute snack or try a recipe that you haven't done before, and that will inspire you. Yeah. And the whole idea of sparking this inspiration or motivation is, again, to get into that present moment awareness, because that's where everything happens. Like, for example, another funny one is jumping in the shower. You know, people say you get the best ideas in the shower because you're in there, you're in the present moment, you're not thinking about anything else. You're like, oh yeah, right? All of these ideas come forth, and you wonder why, and it's because you're in the present moment.
Yeah, and you're grounded in the shower too.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
Yep.
So, any upcoming events that you would like to share?
I do have some fun summer events coming up with the local yoga community here. It's Yoga by the Sea.
Okay.
And they have yoga classes on the beach here nearby, and I'm doing mandala meditations. So we're not doing yoga, no downward dogs for us, but basically we're creating mandalas. And we do that through sketching. So we use markers and pencils, pens, and we draw mandalas as a form of meditation in our sketchbooks. And another thing that I'm inviting people to do are mandala meditations, but with flowers. So creating beautiful flower mandalas with flowers, petals, stones, natural elements from Mother Nature. And I'm alternating those. So every last Sunday of the month throughout the summer here.
We'll include websites and emails and things so they can get in touch with you.
Absolutely,
Very cool. Thank you so much. It was so great to spend this time with you, and I appreciate you letting us come to your space here, and thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.